Hello Nina, I'm going to do two videos for you today, and this video is about a new feature that we have launched called individual prices. When you go to users and press on the user button here, you can press on this drop down and press on sort by booking. This will list all the users we have in Sweden and with the users with the most bookings in the top. And you can see right now we have 4 users who had 4 bookings, and you can also see how many purchases did they make and what is their booking percentage. What is important to mention here is that when you go to inquiry statistics, you have already noticed that we have a booking percentage of 12. This is taken out of every time 100 inquiries come into the system. We have 12 customers that tells us that they book someone. The actual amount of bookings is probably way higher because many customers, they just book the artist and they don't tell us. They don't give us that information. They just let the inquiry run out. So I expect that this could easily be 30% or something like that. In Denmark, I think it's at least 40%. So yeah, let's go back to the booking page here, sort by booking. So the reason I launched the individual prices is because I saw that some of these artists, they have a pretty good deal here, because this guy, he made 28 purchases and he got 4 gigs, and if you start to calculate a little bit on that, it was very cheap for him to get those 4 gigs. So what we've done, if you go on inquiries and budget prices, we created 3 levels of prices. If you received under 5% if your booking percentage is under 5%, your prices will remain the same as they always was. That means that if a customer has a budget of 8 to 12,000, you can buy that contact information for 30 kroner. But if your booking percentage is higher than 5%, meaning between 5 and 10%, it will cost you 35 kroner. And if it's higher than 10%, it will cost you 40 kroner. So you can see the percentages and the prices, and you can do some calculations if you go and go to users and go to the sort by booking, and then you can take and say, okay, this guy, he has 6%, so he's in the second level. He bought 62 inquiries. If you log in as that user, you can go and see his transactions and see, okay, 62. His average price is 30 kroner right now, so that means it will probably be 35. He does not take any jobs below 5,000. Actually, he goes all the way up to 100,000. So we could expect this guy minimum average price for a gig is 7.5. Okay, let's do that calculation shortly. He had 4 gigs. 4 gigs times 7.5 as a minimum. Maybe more, and maybe he actually also got more jobs. And let's go and see, which one was it? Oh, I'm in Germany now. Here, 62. Okay. So when the price was 30 kroner, he probably paid around 1860 kroner for that, and now he will pay 2100. So we can try and say this amount with this amount. This means that he will now pay 7% of the money he earns, he will pay to us, and before he paid 6.2%. Yeah. So it's a small increase, and but it will have a big effect for us. So yes, that's the reason for that feature, and I'm pretty excited about it because it targets exactly those artists who makes a lot of money on our system. So the people that get the value, they also will pay a little bit more, but the people that don't get many gigs, they will have the same price as always. So hopefully not too many will be angry about this. Let's see.